INFJs, not everyone deserves your emotional depth. INFJs, you are the rarest personality type, known for your emotional depth, introspection, and deep connections with those around you. You feel things intensely, analyze emotions at a profound level, and often take on the burdens of others as if they were your own. While this depth makes you an incredible friend, partner, and confidant, it also makes you vulnerable to people who do not respect, appreciate, or reciprocate it. Not everyone deserves access to your emotional world. Some people will drain you, misunderstand you, or even take advantage of your kindness. In this video, we'll explore reasons why not everyone deserves your emotional depth and how to protect your energy while still embracing the richness of who you are. 1. Most people don't understand emotional depth. INFJs naturally operate on a deeper level than most people. While others may engage in surface-level conversations, you crave emotional substance. The problem is that many people either don't understand this depth or find it overwhelming. You might share a profound insight about human nature, only to be met with a blank stare or a dismissive response. You've probably experienced moments when you've poured your heart out, only for the other person to shrug it off or change the subject. This can leave you feeling unseen and disconnected. Recognize early on who is capable of engaging in deep emotional exchanges. Share in small doses before fully opening up to someone, and observe their response. 2. Some people see depth as a burden, not a gift. Your ability to feel deeply and empathize with others is a gift, but not everyone sees it that way. Some may view your introspection as unnecessary or even emotionally exhausting. You try to help a friend process their emotions, but they react with frustration, saying you're overanalyzing things. You've spent hours helping someone through their pain, only to realize they don't actually want to grow, they just want to vent. Be mindful of who truly values your emotional input versus who just wants an emotional sponge. It's okay to set boundaries and limit emotional labor for those who don't appreciate it. 3. Emotional vampires will drain you. Because you are naturally empathetic, you attract those who seek emotional support. Unfortunately, some people take advantage of this by constantly seeking your energy while giving nothing in return. A friend constantly comes to you with problems but never asks about your well-being. You realize you're emotionally exhausted after interacting with certain people, feeling like you've been emptied out. Recognize patterns of one-sided emotional exchanges. Prioritize reciprocal relationships where your depth is met with appreciation, not exploitation. 4. Many people fear vulnerability. Your emotional depth means you're not afraid of vulnerability, but many people are. They might shut down, avoid deep topics, or even mock your sensitivity. You try to discuss a meaningful issue in a relationship, but the other person dismisses it or withdraws. You long for real connection but feel alone in relationships where depth is avoided. Seek out people who embrace emotional vulnerability rather than fear it. It's better to be alone than in shallow company. 5. Your emotional investment isn't always returned. INFJs love deeply, but not everyone has the capacity or willingness to return that love at the same level. You craft thoughtful messages, remember small details, and make deep efforts in a relationship, yet the other person remains indifferent. You start to feel like you're giving too much and receiving too little, leading to emotional burnout. Pay attention to reciprocation. If someone consistently fails to match your effort, adjust your emotional investment accordingly. 6. Some people will exploit your empathy. Your natural tendency to help others can make you a target for manipulation. Some individuals will use your kindness to their advantage, leaving you emotionally drained and betrayed. A coworker frequently dumps their workload on you, knowing you won't say no. You feel torn between wanting to help and feeling resentful because your kindness is being used against you. Learn to recognize manipulative behavior and set firm boundaries. Protect your energy by saying no without guilt. 7. Shallow relationships feel unfulfilling. As an INFJ, you crave deep, meaningful relationships. Superficial connections leave you feeling empty and disconnected. You struggle to enjoy casual friendships because they lack emotional depth. You feel lonely in social settings where conversations never go beyond small talk. Prioritize deep connections with like-minded individuals. Don't force yourself to fit into shallow social circles. 8. Overgiving can lead to resentment. INFJs often overextend themselves emotionally, which can lead to feelings of resentment when others don't reciprocate. You spend hours supporting a friend, but when you need help, they are nowhere to be found. You begin to feel unappreciated and taken for granted. Balance giving with receiving. Assess whether your relationships are mutually supportive. 9. Not everyone wants to grow emotionally. You thrive on personal growth, but not everyone shares this desire. Trying to help someone who resists growth can be frustrating and draining. You suggest therapy or self-improvement books to a friend, but they dismiss the idea. You feel helpless watching someone you care about remain stuck in toxic patterns. Accept that you can't force growth on others. Invest your energy in those who are open to self-improvement. 10. Your sensitivity may be misunderstood. People who don't experience emotions as deeply may label you as overly sensitive or dramatic. You express concern over an issue, and someone tells you to stop being so sensitive. You start questioning if your feelings are valid, even though they are. Own your sensitivity as a strength. Surround yourself with people who respect your emotions. 11. Not everyone deserves your inner world. Your thoughts and feelings are precious. Sharing them with the wrong people can lead to misunderstandings and emotional harm. You open up about your struggles, only for someone to gossip about it later. You feel betrayed and hesitant to share your emotions in the future. Be selective with whom you share your innermost thoughts. Trust must be earned. 12. Your healing energy can attract the broken. INFJs are natural healers, but some people will latch onto you to escape their own darkness rather than do the work to heal themselves. A partner relies on your emotional support but refuses to seek therapy or personal growth. You feel responsible for fixing their pain, but end up emotionally drained and unfulfilled. Support others without sacrificing your own well-being. Encourage professional help when needed and prioritize your emotional health. 13. People project their insecurities onto you. Your depth and authenticity can trigger insecurity in others, leading them to project their fears or negativity onto you. A friend accuses you of being too intense when you express your emotions. You begin to question whether your emotional depth is a flaw. Recognize projection for what it is. Stay grounded in your truth and don't let others' insecurities diminish your authenticity. 14. Your depth can be intimidating. Your ability to see through facades and understand people's true motives can make others uncomfortable. You sense hidden emotions and call them out, making others defensive. You feel isolated because people avoid deep, honest conversations with you. Embrace your gift of intuition. Find those who value authenticity and aren't afraid of emotional honesty. INFJs, your emotional depth is one of the most beautiful aspects of who you are. But not everyone deserves access to it. Protect your energy, set boundaries, and surround yourself with people who respect, cherish, and reciprocate your emotional richness. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comments how you've learned to protect your emotional depth. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more INFJ insights. Stay safe, and see you in the next one.